Hi guys and welcome to the Florocka Village. My name is Florocka. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Basically what we do at TPV, right, is we review cinematography and photography equipment. Now, if you've been on my channel for like 9 months, at least over 9 months, then you will not be new to Hollyland products, especially their streaming cameras. Now, I have a pack of streaming cameras here and we're going to be making a review of one of them. But let me take you down memory lane. In August 2023, Hollyland released their very first streaming camera, which was the Venusliv. 1080p wasn't bad. Then a year later, August 2024, they took it up a notch, and then we had the Venusliv V2. This time we had a 4K streaming camera. Then come 2025, September to be precise, we now have the Hollyland Venusliv Air. Now, the Venusliv Air is not the same as the V series. No, I think the Air series is sort of like different. Even though it's a streaming cam, I think it's like in a class of its own. I suspect Hollyland is going to start an Air series. But what we're going to be diving deeply into today is the Hollyland Venusliv Air. So let's unbox and let me show you guys what we have in the box. In the box, we have the Venusliv Air camera, we have a power pack, we have a USB-C to USB-A cable, we have a manual, and then we have this USB-C dongle. We're going to find out what this is about. All right, let's grab the body and let's have a very good look at the camera itself. The Venusliv Air is actually pretty light. It weighs just 660 grams. It has a very nice black matte finish. Right in front here, you have a lens that looks like it's detachable, but it's actually not. It's a fixed lens with an aperture of f1.05. I like that red ring in the middle. And then it has a silicone cover. For the first time, we're getting the silicone cover for a camera from Hollyland. All right, so if you look at it from the top, you have this vent. It's a massive vent for dissipating heat. I mean, it's a streaming cam for 24/7 streaming, so I guess that's expected. Underneath that, you have a record button. When turning to the other side, you have a slot for SD card. You have a horseshoe mount, and then you have these mounting screws on both sides for your tripod, and that's because the Venusliv Air can shoot in horizontal and vertical. Now, the main controls are actually here at the back. Now we have an HDMI output. On top of that, you have a power button. Next to the HDMI output, you have LAN for internet. Underneath that, you have a DC 12 volts input for powering the Venusliv Air. On the other side, you have UVC input. This is for live streaming. Underneath that, you have another USB-C port for the microphone. And finally, we have the auxiliary in also for audio. Now with the screen, this is a 3-inch screen. It doesn't swivel like most cameras do, so you have to be very careful when you open it up and not twist it thinking you could turn it the other way around. So you can either shoot this way or shoot this way. And I think that's about it. These are some of the specs of the Venusliv Air. It shoots up to 4K 30 frames per second with a 1/1.3-inch CMOS sensor. It's a 50 megapixel camera for both video and stills, 4K wireless live streaming via UVC, no capture card needed, multi-platform streaming. You can stream on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms, app and desktop control via the Hollycam or the Holly Studio, and also features AI tuning. In terms of power, the Venusliv Air actually just has a maximum output of 10 watts. So you can either power it using the adapter that came with it, or you can decide to use a V-mount battery, because if you want to shoot outside, you would need power. So it's advisable you get yourself a V-mount battery. And with a V-mount battery, all you just need is a D-tap cable, and then you can connect that directly to the Venusliv Air. You have a red light indicator here. Once you see that, that means you're good to go. The Venusliv Air also has a 4K optical fixed focus lens with an equivalent focal length of 25 mm. It also has a 4x digital zoom. Now, in terms of video output formats, I'll be displaying that on your screen right now. Now, once you power on the camera, one of the first things you need to do is register it, or better still, activate it. Now, one of the first things you're going to need is the Hollycam app. It's available in the App Store and in the Play Store. So once you've downloaded that, next thing you need to do is click on it. Now, please do not click on that plus sign. There's a plus sign right on top here. If you do that, it's going to start telling you new device found. It's not going to find it. So your best bet is to click on the one next to it. When you do that, it starts scanning. Once you start scanning, just point it at the camera and scan the QR code and immediately pairs automatically. It's really that simple. Shooting with the Venusliv Air, it gives you 3 options. The first one is UVC streaming. Now, that's when you connect the UVC cable directly to the camera, to your laptop, that's your PC or your Mac, and then you can stream easily. Or you use the RTMP streaming. That's when you stream directly to specific locations, maybe like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, or any other platform in which you want to use. And then the last one is just what I call botanical shooting. That's when you actually just want to use the camera to shoot. And this camera does a fantastic job. I'll get there in a second. One of the coolest features that I really love about the Venusliv Air is using the app. Now, remember when I was telling you about registering the camera? Once you've done that and you've paired the camera and your app together, let me open mine up. When they're paired, you're going to see these sort of like green dot on the My Device. Once you click on that, it's going to show you Camera Control Pro settings. You click on that and then it's going to mirror exactly what you're seeing on the camera. Fantastic. So what you're seeing right now is everything I'm seeing on the camera. So on my phone, I can see screen recording, screenshot, template, tone. You actually have your white balance and, sharpness and other settings here. You have auto white balance, you have shutter, you have ISO, you have EV, aperture, you have saturation, sharpness, contrast, autofocus on your face, anti-flicker. I mean, you basically have tons of settings to play with here. You can save them. You can also zoom. It shows you those 3 signs for zooming in here. So I love the fact that you can actually control the camera from afar. You actually don't need to be too close to the camera. You can just control it from where you are at and you're good to go. I mean, I think that's an excellent way of using this camera. Another way to use the Venusliv Air is using the Holly Studio app. Now, the Holly Studio app is meant for laptops, not your mobile phone. For the mobile phone, you need the Hollycam app. So what I have done here is I've connected the Venusliv Air to my laptop. So what I've done is connected the UVC cable to my USB-C port, and then I run it directly into the USB-C port of the Hollyland Venusliv Air. So that way you'll be able to view it. Now, I have already installed the Holly Studio app, and what you're looking at now is my recorded screen. Now, on the screen, you have quite a number of settings. You can actually view the camera on your laptop. So right here, I have focal length, I have anti-flicker, image control, shutter speed, ISO, exposure, and all that. What you would have seen on the camera itself, you can now control here. But I realized that for the Mac, a few features are missing. Now, on the right side here, all you have is the FOV. Now, with this, you can actually change your views. You can save a number of views and keep jumping from one view to the other. Ideally, I should have the Beautify app, the Image Overlay app, and the green screen settings, but they are not here. Apparently, they are only available for the mobile app and the iOS for iPad. Why that's the way it is, I don't know. But I'm presuming it's going to be available for Windows, right? So you're not going to have access to those things here. So meaning you cannot use a green screen with your MacBook, except you're going to be using the Windows. And that's basically everything right here. You know, down here you can save different presets and just, use them at your will. And that's basically everything about using the Holly Studio app. Now let's talk about you using it on OBS. Now don't forget that when I set this up, I've set it in such a way that I can go live using the UVC cable. If you set your camera to RTMP, you are not going to be able to stream with that. When you set it to RTMP, it presupposes that you want to go live directly from the camera, not your laptop. So note that whenever you want to use this camera to go live on your laptop. All right, so let's close the Holly Studio app and let's go straight to OBS. All righty. So here we have it. Now, you're seeing mine directly because I've actually set it up. But there are a few issues you might have if you're using the Hollyland Venusliv Air on your MacBook, because it was something I noticed. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to delete this and then we're going to do it all over again. So that when you're setting it up, if you have any issues, this is like the easiest way to get it sorted out. So first thing you do is come to sources and then you click on add, capture add device. Now let's change this to Venusliv Air. And then you click OK. Now you have to pick the device. Now we have the Venusliv Air Cam. We click on that, but notice nothing shows up. It's not showing the camera feed. So you may think something is wrong, but you can actually fix it in OBS. Now let me explain. Now from here, you have your input format. Now my input format is at 4K because I would love to stream at 4K. The reason why nothing is showing is because you haven't chosen a frame rate. Now you have two options here: simple frame per second and rational. Anyone works. What you need to do is come here and click the frame rate. If you don't do that, it's not going to show up. Check this out. And voila, look at that. But then there's an issue. See how massive it looks? And that's because it's in 4K. So you have to resize it again. So click it on the edge and move it down. I know it can be stressful. So if you're going to be, streaming in 4K, this is what you're going to have to go through. So we're going to have to bring this down again. We have to make sure that our frame is exactly good. So when you have that on the edge, all you need to do is just grab it from here and that's it. It fits easily. And then of course, in terms of audio, you can choose your preferred audio interface, or you can use the USB-C, connect a microphone, and then you're good to go. And that's how simple it is to actually use it on OBS. So if you're using a Mac and you feel you're not seeing stuff, well, I just gave you guys, the shortcuts to actually getting it done on OBS. And from OBS, you can actually stream to any platform of your choice. All right, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to get my sister to come and, yeah, you go and sit on a chair right now. Yeah, so I'm going to film and then let you guys see the difference between that. And after that, I'm going to take the camera outside and then we're going to film out and see just how well this camera does fantastically well outside. I actually even think it shoots better outside than inside. But let's do that. Let me show you guys so you can have a look, all right? Let's go. Now, this is what it looks like when you're shooting using the Venusliv Air indoors and you're not streaming. The colors are very, very vivid and very, very rich. There's almost no way of reducing how thick it looks. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. If you have a look at my sister's shirt at the top, you notice that the highlights are blown out. Why? I don't know. But you know what? Let's take it outside. Now, this is what the Venusliv looks like when you're shooting outdoors. I mean, this camera is so good. It's not just good enough for streaming. It's actually good for shooting as well. I mean, you can see the road, you can see the cars going left or right. I mean, the colors are also vivid, but the highlights don't seem to be blown here. Same thing for this scene here where, I'm shooting directly at the sun, in between the leaves. The greens are green. And that's me over there actually, trying to film the scene. So you actually see what it looks like when I'm filming with it. It really looks good outside. It really does. The menus of the Venusliv Air are actually pretty simple to, understand. Let me run you through them. Now, at the top here, you have the select mode. Here, you can pick the UVC streaming, the RTMP streaming, or just shooting. And this is if you just want to take pictures or just shoot using the video. Now, right now, I'm in the video mode. Now, one of the options you have here is to pick two settings. You have smart setting and then you have the Pro setting. Now with the Smart setting, basically what the camera does is the camera does everything for you. But in the Pro mode, you define how you want the camera to look. You are basically in charge. And then next to that, underneath on the left hand side, you have a few modes. Here you have face priority focus. So if you actually want the camera to focus on your face, if you want your face to be the priority, then you can enable that here. Underneath that, you have auto exposure lock. You can leave that on or leave that off. And then you have anti-flicker all the way to 60 Hertz. Now, underneath the modes, the Smart mode and the Pro mode, you have this sort of like save button. If you click on that, it gives you all the settings here. And if you click confirm, it will save that setting. So next time you want to set the camera, you actually don't have to do it from scratch. Underneath that menu that we saw, you now have the capacity to increase the zoom. It has a 4x zoom. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, right? You can move it all back to 1, and then to exit, you click on the side. Now, underneath the digital zoom, you have your shooting mode. Now, we have 4K, 1080p, and 720p. Underneath that, we have frame rate. It only shoots at 30 frames per second. And underneath that, you have the bitrate. You have the recommended bitrate, you have the lowest bitrate, and then you have the highest bitrate. And then underneath that, we have encoding format. You can shoot in 2 formats, H.264 or H.265. And then underneath that, you have the auto segmentation. If you click underneath that, you have the auto exposure lock on and off. It's like a quick access. You can put that on or take it off. And that's basically everything about this camera right here. On the top right, you have access to anything you have shot. So this is where you get your images. Of course, that's the record button. And then if you click underneath, you have the mode for pictures. So if you want to take still pictures, the button goes white and not red. And that's basically everything about the settings on the Venusliv Air. Alrighty, so the big question here is, who is the Venusliv Air meant for? I think this camera was built for 2 sets of people, right? 1, content creators. 2, churches. I know a lot of churches that stream for a long period of time. And that's what this camera is actually built for. 24/7 streaming. The camera does not overheat. And then again, I love the fact that it's not just for streaming. You can actually shoot with it. Though I think it looks better when you shoot outside than inside, unlike the Hollyland Venusliv V2 that can give you the capacity to actually shoot almost like in flat. The Venusliv Air doesn't do that, but it shines when you're shooting outdoors. And then in terms of audio, you can connect the LAC Max 2 to this camera, for example. It records 32-bit float audio. I mean, what more could you want in a camera? And then in terms of pricing, it goes for about $550. I mean, so it's a very good buy. Then above all, I love the fact that I can actually use, my V-mount battery on it. I don't have to be depending on DC all the time. It's a good sell, right? So you guys let me know if you think this is a great camera. Let me know in the comment section. If you have one and you have issues setting it up, please let me know in the comment section. And I think that's basically everything about this camera right here. So I would love you guys to hit me with that 3-piece special. Give me that like, share, and subscribe. And until the next review, I'm gonna see you guys later, all right? Ciao.